Hello my beautiful friends! Welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations and I'm Nova, and I am so glad you decided to join me on this WIP Wednesday. Let me know in the comments what you are working on today. I have something that's not a WIP and I have something that is a WIP. And you may have seen a hint. Well, you wouldn't know that it was a hint most likely, but I have been dropping a little hint of something I've been working on. I told you guys about my Halloween costume, and how I'm going to be going to visit my family in Michigan, and my nephew is really into Toy Story right now. Well, we're all doing Toy Story costumes, and obviously, knowing that he's into Toy Story right now and like obsessed with it, I wouldn't be a good aunt if I didn't make him something Toy Story, you know? I have to crochet him something Toy Story. I mean, that's like, he is a big part of the reason that I wanted to learn to crochet and really like focused on it. Because I wanted to be able to make him all of those cool handmade things that we didn't have, because we didn't have anybody growing up that made things like that. So obviously I had to make him something Toy Story. Are you getting the hint yet? It would depend if you know anything about Toy Story at all, but these little green men, also known as LGMs, are actually from Toy Story. And the hint was that I have been working on an LGM. But not only have I been making an LGM, I designed an LGM pattern and made my own LGM. I'm not sure how I want to put this out yet. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do like just a tutorial or if I'm going to do a pattern, because I did it no-sew. I was really determined to make it a no-sew pattern, because I think people really like those, and I know I like those. So I was really determined to make it a no-sew pattern. And so some of the things that you do with this being a no-sew pattern are probably a little bit difficult to explain in a textual based pattern. Textual, is that a word? A text-based pattern. And like, even with pictures, I'm not 100% sure if it would like come through very well in a pattern. But a video, you can see what I'm doing, and I can, you know, go nice and slow and really show you what I'm doing at each part. But without further ado, here is my finished make for today. So here is my LGM. I am so proud of this, you guys. I think this is definitely the coolest thing I've designed. I'm so proud of this. And yes, it is no-sew. Can you believe that this is no-sew? I made it, and I can't believe it's no-sew. But here is my little green man, my LGM. And I will just bring him in for some details. So there is his little belt buckle, which I did this no-sew, you guys. This is worked into the pattern. I was so proud of being able to figure out how to do that. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn. I'm just like excited. This feels like a really big like milestone, I think, for me, because I did some stuff in here that I wasn't sure how to do, and I figured out how to do it, and I'm really proud of it. But here is a little 360 view of our LGM. Do you love him? I know that this is obviously like kind of a random thing to make, but I think that my nephew is gonna love it. He is going as a little green man, as an LGM, for Halloween, and they're gonna try to make his wagon into the claw machine that these little guys are in. If you've seen them in Toy Story, I'll try to like insert a picture or something, but if you've seen them in Toy Story, they're in like a claw machine, and it's really cute. They think that that's like the world And they're like, the claw. It's so funny. But they're really, really cute. And I sent my sister a picture of him last night, and like he wasn't finished yet. It was just like no eyes or anything, and like maybe to like right here done. Or no, I think like right here done, because I don't even think I had switched to this navy blue yet. And my nephew was like, wow. And he's only 2, and he's only got, you know, like a little bit of speech. So I love when he reacts like that to things. It made my day. I cannot wait to give this to him. And then I did Googly Eyes. I had a few different eye options. Like, I was thinking of like 5 different things. And I think that whenever I do a tutorial or whatever, I'll probably do different eyes on that one just to see, like, how they look and, like, give some options. But these Googly Eyes I actually got from Target. Target right now has a phenomenal little craft pack that's $5 that comes with like a bunch of pipe cleaners and pom-poms and googly eyes. I was like, dude, yes. It was actually kind of funny because I had just been to the dollar store before I went and got those. Well, I was at Target picking up prescriptions, and at the dollar store I had grabbed some pom-poms and some pipe cleaners, anticipating like Halloween and Christmas like DIY type things. And then I saw that and I was like, what? My husband's like, get that one too. I was like, oh, thank you. But yeah, this is my LGM. And he matches the guys on my shirt perfectly. Oh yeah, here's the claw. But yeah, so I was super excited to show this guy to you. It is not a whip, but I wanted to show it anyways. And one last glimpse, and his arms do move and stuff. He says bye. So that, it was my LGM. And then speaking of things I'm designing, my whip is this bingo bag. I finally got, I got some more yarn because I literally used the entire skein on this. One moment, I need to sneeze. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. So I got, this bag is most of the way done. So this is what the pouches are looking like so far. And then here is the inside. And the pouches, I don't have them secured down yet, so you can still have things go out the bottom. But to give you an idea, here is a water bottle. And then once it's secured on, it'll fit a little something like that. So my goal was to make the pockets about 8 inches deep. And that was the part that I had to, I started and frogged the pockets like 3 times. Not the whole, I didn't do the whole bag, but because I realized that they couldn't be, okay, so they had to be 8 inches when they were like stretched, because the way that I'm attaching them to the bag, you are really like stretching this and attaching it to the stitches. I don't know, the way that it was coming out, if I measured my piece before I started putting it onto the bag, it didn't stay the same measurement. So I had to finagle with it a little bit to figure out the stitch count. But I got it done, and so what I've got going on right now is this. I got to finish going around and making my pockets. There's going to be 8 of them. And I have stitch markers marking the intervals that I'm putting them at. And then I'm going to be attaching the pouches to this bottom on the outside. And I'm going to do that in this sparkly silver. And they're going to actually, like, right now they're kind of laying flat, but they'll be pulled out all the way, and then you'll see when it's done. And And then I'm going to go around the upper rim and do some details with the sparkly silver yarn up there, or sparkly gray. It's like a sparkly light gray by Red Heart Metallics. And then I'm going to do my drawstring. So this is actually getting pretty close to being done. Super excited about that. It's a lot of crocheting. If you couldn't tell by the fact that I used a whole skein of this purple yarn. So it's been taking me a hot minute. And then I also am working on a pattern for it simultaneously. Typing up a pattern. I'm taking pictures at like every few like progress steps or whatever. Every little bit, every time I'm doing anything special. I like patterns with lots of pictures, so I take lots of pictures for my patterns. I figure you're never going to feel like, I wish there had been less pictures in that pattern, but you will definitely feel like I wish there had been more pictures in that pattern. So lots of good quality pictures that show you what you're supposed to do. That is my goal for my patterns. But what I'm thinking, I have decided for this is, I think I'm going to do a written pattern, and then I think I might do a crochet along. So probably not this coming week, but the week after, I think I might start a crochet along, and like every other day, do a video on part of the bag until we finished the bag. So like one day we work up the bottom, the next day we work up like the body of the bag, the next day, or every other day we work up the pockets, and then we do the detail work. Oh, and I still got to put a strap on here too. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Speaking of which, I'm gonna want a couple of pattern testers. I already have one person in mind, which is the person who wanted the bingo bag in the first place. So I'm going to, of course, send her a copy of it and have her see what she thinks. But if anyone else is an experienced pattern tester, I would love to have a couple of pattern testers to take a look at my pattern and let me know what you think. And then I'm hoping to release it the same day that I start the crochet along, if anybody likes to have a written pattern to go along with what they're doing. So yeah, that was what I was saying yesterday in my mandala video, and I was like, I'll stop talking about other things, even though I feel like I have a lot of WIP updates, and this was what I'm talking about with my WIP updates. This isn't even all of my WIP updates. It's not. I'm also working on my Gnome of the Month, which comes out Saturday. And I am pretty close to being done with that. It's been nice because I knew when I needed to have it done by, so I've just been working on it here and there, and I know that I'll finish it in time. Obviously my Mandala Blanket, which was why I didn't get as many rows done last week as I wanted, because I've been just crocheting like a mad woman and brainstorming like a mad woman. You should see the notes for this LGM. It's a lot. I sent a picture to my sister and she goes, "That looks like math." I was like, believe it or not, it is math, and I'm still so weirded out that I'm doing math for fun and voluntarily. Like I said, I think I was tricked when I started to crochet, and it's actually math. But I really enjoy it. I really enjoy making the patterns. You guys have given me a lot of confidence in the ability to write patterns and come up with my own ideas, and I kind of am running with that, and I'm surprising myself constantly. So it has been really, really cool. Thank you guys so much for hyping me up and believing in me. Seriously, guys, I would have never tried. I mean, I would have never tried to make a bingo bag, for one, because I didn't even know what a bingo bag was. But I don't know. I don't know where I would be without you guys. I don't know what I would be doing. You guys have really shaped my journey, and continue to. I have so many ideas. You guys, I have like weeks of ideas, and then I have like my Halloween ideas. I've got that like planned out for every day. And then I'm working on Christmas ideas. I don't know. I just have so much going on, but I love it. It's all like fun and super exciting stuff. There was something I was going to say. What was it? When I was talking about my whips, what was the other whip? Oh, right. I knew if I looked around the room for a minute and like just took a second to like think, I would remember. Well, it's not really a whip, but two things that I wanted to say about in regards to the pin cushion. One, I am going to work on a pin cushion tutorial and coming up with how to do a pin cushion similar to the one that I have. I'm thinking that I should do it in regular yarn because a lot of you are saying that you've never seen yarn like this. And so I'm thinking I'll either do it in like a worsted weight or a chunky, like just a normal chunky yarn. But I'll decide that once I start working on coming up with the pattern. But I will also be thinking of what to do with this, because at least one other person said that they have this yarn too, and they're like, what do we do with this yarn? Because they said they tried making a rug with it and they didn't like it. So I'm going to be racking my brain and trying to figure out what would be a fun project for this yarn. So this is what this looks like in the middle, by the way. It's like stuffed. Oops, that didn't focus. There we go. It's like stuffed fabric. And then the yarn itself is kind of like woven. I'm too close, I think. There we go. The yarn itself is kind of like woven. It is a really strange yarn. It's soft, but yeah, I have no idea what to do with this. So I'm going to be thinking about something fun to do with this. Oops, I thought I focused it. I have too much fun with trying to focus you guys on every little detail. But yeah, I'm going to be coming up with something to do with this type of yarn. And I'm going to be working on the pin cushion. And then if everything goes well today, I'm planning on releasing a little tutorial today for a granny square. So if you are a Pokemon fan, or you know a little Pokemon fan in your life, because I am sure a lot of you who have kids or grandkids know a Pokemon fan, you might be looking forward to this granny square tutorial. Hint, hint, hint. But I'm hoping to get that up today. So that is what my whips are today, and that is what I'm going to be whipping up today. Let me know what you are working on in the comments, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I and LGM will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys!